So hopefully this will be the last time that I have to go out and come back in. I'm going to wait a few minutes if you're watching this playback to see if any of the sisters come back into the space. Because we were on the flow. Hopefully this is the last time we got to come back in here, y'all. Like, I don't know what the heck, but I'm here. I'll wait a few more seconds. Peace. Peace and blessings. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? This internet is crazy. All right. I don't know. Every once in a while, my internet just gets crazy, and it's like it got to kick some people off that's not supposed to be on, and then it comes back in, and then I'll be cool for a while. So I'm gonna give like a few more seconds for anybody else who might want to like jump in and join, because I can't really see how many people are here. I can just see that 2 people commented, so that lets me know somebody's here. But I don't want to backtrack, so I'm gonna give it like, if y'all can like be patient with me for like 10 more seconds, literally, and then I'll just keep on talking where I was. Thank you. I appreciate the support and you guys coming back. All right, so I'm going to continue on. So when we're in that cycle of 28 to 35, we're also at a place where we're starting to look for spirituality. We're starting to look for spiritual guidance. And if you were a person who was raised in church and maybe you what they call backslid and like left church, that might be the era of time when you go back to church and where you're trying to find a spiritual connection, because now that you found your place in life, it's a matter of, I want to find my place inside of myself, right? And I want to get grounded in myself. And in order for me to get grounded, I feel like I need some kind of spiritual connection. And so we start to look for that. We start to try to figure out how we can be spiritually connected. Then the next stage is the stage of, or the cycle of spiritual abundance, between the ages of 35 and 42. And when we're going through that period of spiritual abundance, we are at a place where we are fully sinking our teeth into spirituality, and whatever that looks like for us, we're like totally engrossed in that. And it's spiritual abundance because it's like all of our tribe falls into place. All the people and connections and resources we need come in. Anything that we're trying to advance and do more of, we are moving forward to that. Like we're running towards it. Like everything, everything that we need to move forward spiritually and to be like grounded and feel okay where we are is going to come to us between those ages. I see that you said you're 41. It's so funny because I think that a lot of my collective is either 41 or 34 or like, like we're at that year, right? Peace, sis. I don't know what the heck with my internet. Peace. I thank you for coming back. But a lot of the collective is either like at the age of like 27, 34, 41, like that year right before a massive shift is coming. And I'm building up to something with going through all of this, right? But like I I know that through everything that we are experiencing this year, and even the shift of like COVID and what it's doing, and change coming, and family members transitioning, and us moving our some people birth businesses that they have been waiting for doing all their life, and this year it's like, oh, okay, now's my time. You know what I mean? And it's like that year right before the massive shift is coming. Okay, so between the ages of 42 and 49, there's a cycle of material abundance and success. So we're working on the law of attraction and abundance. We are working on increasing our goals in business. We're working on increasing our material success. We're working on looking to increase abundance so that we can live our purpose the biggest and the most loudest way that we possibly can. And that is our cycles between 42 and 49. And then the cycle of 49 and 56 is the cycle of inventory, where this might be the time where you feel like you having a second midlife crisis, because it's like, oh crap, am I on point? Like, did I even accomplish anything in my life? Am I really oh, okay, 12, 13. Oh, I need to look that angel number up and see what they say and see if that angel number is in here. But it's like you're going through this cycle of like, man, what did I accomplish on my life? Did I get anything right? Like, did I do my purpose? Am I in my purpose? If I am in my purpose, I need to be doing that more. If I'm not in my purpose, how am I getting ready to try to recalibrate? Like, oh my God, you start feeling this sense of franticness. Like, I've had all this time on earth. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Have I really accomplished anything? And so I think that, okay, no, let me finish the next phase and then I'll get into that. And then the last phase that they talk about is the cycle of 56 to 63, and it's the cycle of decision. And the cycle of decision is basically saying, like, I know that what I did in life was either where I was supposed to be or it wasn't, right? And I heard somebody say something that was really interesting, and it made me think because it hit home for me. She was saying that her father was at a place where, okay, before I say that, there is the concept that if you aren't doing your life purpose, eventually the Most High, universe, spirit guides, whatever your the universe, whatever your belief pattern is, it's like, okay, well, you aren't doing your purpose. What's the purpose of you being here? You're not doing anything. You're not contributing to the greater good. You're not advancing anything forward. You aren't helping any people grow. You aren't even advancing yourself forward to be able to be a beacon of light and an inspiration to somebody else. What's the purpose of you being here? And so this sister has shared that her father was 62. And he had a problem with being able to identify, okay, I have such and such wrong, and I need such and such, and I'm not able to give this much of myself anymore. I'm not able to assist these people. I'm not able to, like, whatever his things were, he was not able to disconnect from that. And he was not, and in it, he was not doing his life purpose. And at 62, before he got a chance to move on to that next phase, he transitioned. Now, what was so deep for me for this was that my dad was 62 when he died. And I can distinctly remember my father saying to me all the time, when I get a chance, I'm going to, because my family is all Christian. I'm Muslim, but my family is all Christian. And I can distinctly remember my father saying to me, when I get the chance and I get a chance to retire, like, well, no, he used to say, I know that I'm never going to be able to retire anytime soon, but if I could retire, I would work in ministry. Like, he would be like, I can't afford to retire, right? And I think a lot of people have that thought process. I can't afford to retire. And so he used to just keep working that job. And I mean, it was something he liked to do, but it wasn't his purpose. His purpose was working in ministry, and he knew that. And so he used to be like, well, whenever I'm able to retire, I'm going to work in ministry. But he said it so often. And my dad was such a spiritually inclined person that the fact that you aren't able to make the change and the break that you need to do at that moment in order to pivot yourself forward, universe is like, okay, well, then you're done. You're done. There's no need for you to stay here, because what your purpose is. Thus far, you've accomplished that. And anything beyond that that we originally thought you were going to do and that you had signed up to do before you came here, you're clearly not doing. So as far as we're concerned, your time is done. And then you transition. And I know a lot of people who transition at 62. And when I think back to whether they were on their purpose or doing their divine plan according to what they were telling me, not me judging them, but what they were saying, I'm able to think back and be like, dang, I can remember that a lot of those people weren't following what they thought their purpose were. And then they transition. And it's kind of like you weren't doing your purpose. And a part of you is saying, I know that I'm not getting ready to advance anything further beyond this. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm done struggling. I'm done whatever. And so they transition. Mao, I guess that's why my dad has lived so long. He still feels he has purpose and moves as such at 84 years old. Ashe, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah, I just thought that was really deep that the sister brought that up when she was talking about like life cycles and like her own experiences. And then 63 is the year of the golden years, what they call the golden years. At 63, people can give a damn less about what people think about them. They really do stop caring about other people's opinions. They're just living a best and greatest life at 63. You aren't concerned about anything other than living, because at this time you feel like you're at the end of your cycle anyway, your life cycle anyway. It's like, I'm about to do what I want. I don't care what people thinking, if you're blessed to see that long. And then at 63, you go through kind of like a second layer of the stages starting all over again. So those are the cycles and the stages of life. And so what I realize is that a lot of us are either 27, 41, 34, like we're at those years right before the breaking point where things are getting ready to shift. And my point of saying this is, in this time leading up to your next birthday, before you turn 28 or 35 or 42, that we get into perspective whatever we want to accomplish, and we make the necessary realizations that we need to do at that time, and then start planning now how we can advance our life purpose beyond what we're thinking we're supposed to be doing, and then bam, be ready to take off when that year hits and that calibration turns. And these are life cycles that can really shift our whole understanding or what we feel about ourselves. It's like we're going into another level of consciousness. So sometimes it's the midlife crisis emotion that we get for that first year of whatever that life cycle change is. Other times it's like, oh yeah, I knew this was coming, I'm ready. And then before we know it, things are just flowing and things are coming out of nowhere and blessings are coming and you can't figure out how this is happening. You can't figure out it's because all those years, those 6 years prior to that 7th year, you were doing all the preparation work to be able to advance into that. So now, what do we feel like is the thing that's driving all of this to come together is the question, right? And when we're doing the advancement inside, we're doing self-advancement and we're trying to move forward and we're trying to embark on whatever our purpose is. And then we start getting into that sacred sexuality and like learning who we are and learning if we like this person, if we don't like that person, and having conversation and doing these things and trying to transition ourselves and heal ourselves and blah, 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 like all these different things. Sometimes in this whole cycle, we have to dig back up that dirty stuff we don't want to talk about. So like when I think back on my life, I think about how at 9 years old, I got my cycle. And at the age of 7.5, 8, I went through molestation. And I was starting the next level of, and actually the molestation started before 7 or 8. That was like a separate person. But like there was times basically in my years prior to me turning 7 in that first stage of my life that was so tender and so vulnerable, right? In my most vulnerable moments of childhood, I went through a very traumatic experience. And that traumatic experience really laid the foundation work for the first, shit, I'm going to say 30 years of my life, because I'm looking back on the sense of shame that I felt a little bit associated with myself. I've always been a very assertive person. I've been confident in myself. I know that I'm able to accomplish things that I want to accomplish. I know that I'm able to, move forward and do things that I want. But something in the back of my mind when I was younger used to doubt my worthiness. I used to feel a sense of shame centered around being myself, being able to live out loud on exactly who my truth was and being able to own that. And something about going through molestation, um, yes, I love it. Something about going through molestation, I'm not gonna forget story time. Something about going through molestation at an early age, and that layer of your innocence being taken makes you question, looking back on these stages, right? And looking back at the age of 7, you're absorbing everything, the people, the energy, the emotions, the conversations around you as being your own reality. Something about me thought that that person doing that to me was what I deserved, or a layer of my worth was attached to that experience, and therefore made me feel like, oh, I'm not worthy of whatever else. You know what I mean? Outside of that, at such a young age, I really struggled with questioning that. And I can feel that in my collective, like really heavily, that I have a lot of women who've been through molestation or have been through rape, and it was with family members that were really close to them, and it's stuff that they're struggling with and they're trying to figure out why they can't really get a footing. And it's like, sis, we got to go back, and we got to be, maybe you don't want to say it on here, and that's fine, but we got to go back internally, go back inside yourself and do the work that it requires to be able to start to heal that wound that's there and that's present, for us to be able to move forward in this sacred sexuality journey. Before I can pour love and energy into anybody else, right? I gotta pour it into myself. I gotta love myself so abundantly that I fall in love with myself over and over and over and over every single day. And not in a sexual manner, in a lower vibration, but in a way where, through loving myself, I put myself first, where I would have normally put a mate. Through loving myself intensely, I associate my success with, and I'm talking about success in whatever it is, like not just business, but in anything that I do, success in relationships, success in connections, success in spirituality. I associate my success with, I'm worthy. I'm worthy, and I'm okay with pouring into myself, because I know that through pouring into myself, I'm able to give a best and better aspect of myself to my mate, because I'm fully whole. Another thing that we have this tendency to do a lot is to get into relationships and expect the person that we're getting with to be able to complete us. We expect that if I'm finding my woman or my man, whatever your preference is, and I'm going to them, that they're getting ready to complete me. It's my other half. I was raised hearing that, like, oh yeah, that's my other half. No, baby, I'm not trying to look for a half. I'm trying to look for a whole. Like, you gotta be a real whole circle, because I'm doing my damn work to be a whole circle over here by myself, right? And then you're a whole circle over here by yourself. And then when we're circles together, we got this aspect of ourselves that intertwines in the center. Matter of fact, I'm gonna draw it, because I'm a visual. I'm a visual person. I got me. And I got, oh shoot, I got me and I got them. And in the middle, I got us. I got me. I'm whole. I'm doing my work. I'm loving myself. I'm making myself whole. I'm healing my molestation. I'm owning my rape. I'm owning my I don't know, my feelings of unworthiness. I'm owning my blockage in my womb. I'm owning the fact that my womb is still coughing up and releasing things from my childhood that I'm just starting to heal in my 30s from when I was 7 and I was touched and I was molested. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm taking the them, and this them is whole. He's whole. He's fully conscious of himself. He's working on himself. He's not coming here looking for me to come and save him instantly. He's not looking for me to make him whole. He's doing his work to be whole himself. And then with me being whole and him being whole, we can now unite in this small little piece of our circles, intertwine and connect to make a link that now makes it the us. And that link, when you're whole and he's whole, that link is so damn strong. Nothing can break it. I'm not talking that you won't go through trials and tribulations in your relationship. But what I'm saying is, it's so damn strong that nothing superficial is able to crack it. Because when I'm whole, I have a bubble of protection around me. When he's whole, he got a bubble of protection around him. And so now my wholeness is feeding his wholeness. His wholeness is feeding my wholeness. And we coming together and we're uniting in the middle, knowing that everything that we've been looking for in each other, everything that we've been looking for in other people, we found in each other. And I'm able to remain exactly who I am. And I'm not trying to make him shift who he is. And we can respect and love each other as our own separate selves, but still come together and make a dynamite ass couple. You see what I'm saying? So like the difference of me not doing the work prior to me being in my age that I am right now at 34 and trying to do the work now to heal those past traumas, I can understand now why I bled and I released fetus-sized clots. Every damn fetus-sized clot that I released back 2-3, damn, it's been a minute now. That was back in Ramadan, in May. Every fetus-sized clot that I released in May, and if you watch that video, I'll talk about my TMI experience of yoni semen for 9 months straight. You will see it. I show pictures. Every fetus-sized clot that I released in that video, and during that time, was literally, yes, exactly, me releasing the trauma. Was literally me birthing literally a fetus, an aspect of myself that had died within my own womb and that I had to birth through my cycle to be able to be reborn into what the hell I'm supposed to be in my greatest path. So people always ask me, is it normal that I bleed like crazy? Or I'm not seeing a change in my cycle with the yoni steaming. Or I started bleeding heavy. Is that normal? Or I'm spotting randomly. Yeah, baby, it is. It is, because your womb is coughing up every single aspect of yourself that you probably didn't even know was inside of you, and that was deep rooted in there, and that was entrenched in the lining of your womb, and that you've been holding on to for however long, that you've been going through whatever trauma you've been going through, whether it was molestation or allowing your mates to do whatever they wanted to you, or people using you and not trusting your own self, or like doubting yourself, or whatever your things are. You got to birth those fetuses. You got to birth those miscarriages, those spiritual miscarriages inside of yourself, so that now when your cycle comes on, like mine, I've got to the place where I've healed my PCOS. I no longer have periods that come once every 2-3 months. Maybe it come on, maybe it don't. If it do, it's 14 days. It's really heavy. Sometimes I clot, sometimes I don't. Then I'll skip 3 months and I go back again. I don't do that anymore. My cycle comes on every single month. It stays on a maximum of 7 days. And I bleed in the very beginning red. But that didn't happen until I yoni steamed for 9 months. Got to the 9th month, literally birthed fetus-sized clots for 3 straight periods, so for 3 straight months, and then now I'm smooth sailing with my cycle. I can see the healing and transformation taking place, and that's why when I be coming to y'all, I don't try to be speeching or whatever, or preaching, whatever you want to call it, but like I feel it inside of my core. I feel that the collective is making a dynamic shift and a dynamic change. And I feel that so many of us have mirror images of each other. So many of us are dealing and struggling with the same damn thing, but we're scared to speak up and we don't want to be judged and we don't want to be the one to point out the pink elephant in the room. But like, sis, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for you. I'm totally validating and showing you that you should validate every aspect of your own reality that's real for you, and that I'm willing to hold space for you to be as emotional, as babyfied, if you want to call it that, as raw, as vulnerable, as open as you want to be. And if you don't want to be, and you just need somebody to hold you at that moment and just hug you and love on you as your sister, I'm also here for that, because sometimes the most words is spoken in silence. Like, nothing has to be said and everything can be felt, and it's just as powerful, you know what I mean, as when we're all talking and we're all vibing. I wasn't molested, but I never met my dad, and still to this day it bothers me. It makes me feel unworthy, and I'm an adult. It's something I must work on. What I want to say to you, sis, is your feelings and your emotions are so real, are so valid. Everything that you feel, I don't know why, but I'm being moved to say this. Everything that you feel, never doubt that what you feel is valid or that it's real for you, because it is. Like, don't allow anyone to shift that feeling of, man, maybe I'm tripping. You know, like, we get taught to, like, oh, you too emotional. Damn, you so emotional. Damn, you tripping. What's your cycle on? Like, oh yeah, you must be PMSing because you tripping. Like, no, baby, I'm not. I'm just being real, and I'm being raw, and I'm being vulnerable, and I'm being myself. I'm owning up to exactly how I feel at this moment, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to do another giveaway. Third card that we got was fall. There's a whole lot of energy of things dying away for the new to come in. In the fall, all of those green leaves, everything that was beautiful and bright and flourishing during the summertime dies away. It begins to die. It begins to die away. It gets to turn that yellowish, darkish brown and pretty greens and, orange color in universe and on the earth. And it's also the energy, though, of harvest. It's also the energy of, like, knowing that the abundance is coming in and getting ready to get your baskets together to be able to catch it all. Like, not missing our opportunity. I feel like massive change is coming. I feel like some things that we planted in the springtime are blooming now in the summer season. And that in another month, or a little less than a month, when we enter into the space of, in the energy of the fall equinox, and we're going into that energy, we got to be ready to catch the abundance that's getting ready to flow in. I feel like this last quarter of the year is getting ready to be phenomenal. It's getting ready to be beyond what all of us are probably expecting to be happening. If you're a business owner, your business is getting ready to twerk. If you are a mother, your children and your household is getting ready to thrive. If you are in a relationship or not in a relationship and you're seeking one, that's getting ready to advance. Like, things are getting ready to move forward. And we got to be ready, y'all. Get y'all baskets together. Matter of fact, you know what? Like, yo, I feel like we need to I feel like everyone that's here, and if you come in and watching this later on, I feel like we need to, like, get a basket and set it at our front door. And I know this sounds crazy, but, like, visualization, seeing visual, physical items, and, like, even, like, the practice of writing down your affirmations and sticking them around the house is so powerful, because when you see it, you're reminded of it every single time. So, like, when I walk out my house and I designate my mailbox to be my check receptacle and for it to catch everything that I'm not here to be able to get if I'm not physically here, I'm reminded of the reality of like, yo, my money is coming in every single time. I ain't got to worry about being here and staying away and hoping that it comes. Like, no, my mailbox got it. So walking in and out my front door is the doorway is a passageway for blessing to be able to come in, right? It's the energy of the hinge of things swinging open and close. Every time that door is opening up, is bringing energy and abundance and life into your home. And every time the door closes, it's removing and it's repelling whatever's not supposed to be there. And that big basket that I'm going to challenge you as part of our $1,000 a week challenge that we're getting ready to go into. That basket sitting at your front door is a reminder that, like, yo, I know that abundance is getting ready to come. It's a reality for me. I got to have my basket ready to be able to catch it. I got to know that, like, I can't chance missing the rainfall that's getting ready to come because I don't have something to catch it with. If I was like living out in the wilderness and I was 100% praying for water and rain, please, somebody bring water and rain. I'm out here and I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm starving. And I didn't have and I had a bin, but I just wasn't holding it or I wasn't paying attention to it. And the sky opened up and it rained for like 2 minutes. And that was my only opportunity to be able to catch the rain. But I was too busy over there worried about the fact that I didn't have what I thought that I deserved, or the fact that I was starving or I was hungry, or maybe I was sleeping and I wasn't paying attention, or whatever I was doing other than being ready to catch whatever my abundance was with my basket. I mean, with my bowl and being able to get that rainwater to be able to drink. And that was the one thing that was going to save my life. I would drastically miss out. So the concept of the basket sitting at the front door to be a container and a straight sign to the universe and a reminder to myself, like, I know the abundance is coming in. And I'm sitting a basket there because as soon as it's getting ready to come through my front door, I'm catching it. This is why I needed all of this. Holding on to too much crap. I literally looked at my 2 hands the other day and said, dang, I need a big bag for all the blessings that's coming. And so it is. I love it. I freaking love how no matter what, like, things just align. Realities just align. And that's just it, Mal. Yes, exactly. We don't have enough capacity to be able to hold what's coming in our hands. Get a damn basket and put it at the front door. Damn, I want to cry because I feel it so strong. Get a basket and put it at the front door. Maybe put flowers in it 1 week. Maybe put fruit in it another week, like live flowers, like living things, like calling life into your home, calling life into your space, calling the energy of like abundance. Life is abundance. Abundance is life. This is crazy. Y'all know what else I do, and I'm being told to share this. I'm going to share it. Another thing that I do is I hold and I save all my ones and all my $5 bills. I set a specific amount of time that I'm going to do it. And this is actually the new moon manifestation that I wanted us to talk about. I'm going to change my whole living room to put my basket at the door. I know that's right, sis. Yes, put it at your front door. Be ready for the blessings to come in. I cannot wait for what I know you guys are getting ready to be telling me on these lives the rest of this month. I know that people are about to be manifesting above their $1,000 that they thought they were going to be able to. I know that people's lives are getting ready to be changing because I can feel the shift coming. Like, I can feel it throughout my core. Like, my hair is standing up on top of my head. You just can't see it because it's wrapped up. Like, damn, I feel it. All right, so back to the ones and fives. The new y'all know that every new moon and full moon, I usually give a new moon and full moon ritual. The ritual that I was going to share with you guys is I have an abundance container. Okay, separate from this basket idea that just came to me, but I have abundance container, and inside my abundance container, most of the time I will put a piece of fresh fruit, right? And every $1 and $5 bill that I get, excuse me, I put this in my bedroom because okay, I'll get into that in a second. Every $1 and $5 bill that I get when I shop, I don't spend it. Now you can pick whatever denomination you want. Maybe you can't afford at this time to do ones and fives, or maybe you can afford to do fives, but you can afford to do ones. First of all, 5 is a number of the womb. 5 is the number of manifestation. 5 is the number of reproduction. 5 is the number of advancement. Look at 5. When you look at the number 5, and I think I got to draw this backwards for y'all to be able to see it on y'all side. Damn, come on, pen. Damn, my pen don't want to cooperate. Let me see. When you look at the number 5, right, the belly is full. 5 is the energy of I'm full. I'm full with abundance and I'm full with life. I'm pregnant. I'm constantly pregnant. I'm always drawing into me everything that I need. I'm pregnant. Oh, Lord, look at my nails, child. Don't look at that. I'm constantly drawing into me everything that I need. I'm pregnant all the time. That's the energy of 5. So I do 5 because every time I hold a $5 bill, it's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I birthed more of this. I'm birthing more of this. 5 is the frequency of the womb. 5 is the frequency of Mother Earth. 5 is the frequency of change. Things change with the number 5. 5 is the energy of things are going this way. Oh, it shifts up and then it goes continue. You see what I'm saying? You got that ledge. Things are moving up. It might drop down. Oh, wait, it went around the home. Oh, wait, now I'm moving. Like 5 is that energy. So if we have $5 bills that we're saving, if, like I said, pick your number, or maybe you want to do $7 at a time. I don't know. Whatever your special number is, pick that number, take it, and I put it underneath a bowl in my room. Now, the reason why I keep it in my room is because, do you want everybody that's coming in and out your front door to be able to see your bowl of abundance? No. Put it in a sacred, safe space. You can use any kind of jar or container you want. I personally have a wallet, and I have my wallet here to be able to show you guys. It's pink. It's plain. So I hold all my ones and all my 5s in 2 separate envelopes. So I just get a plain envelope. I just write on here, my abundance is forever flowing towards me, or whatever affirmation I want. Thank you, universe, for however many dollars I'm getting ready to save up towards it, in 5s. When I tell you, when you start to do this, every damn piece of change you get from a person at the store is getting ready to be a $1 and a $5 bill. Best believe it. The universe is like, oh, you want to save 1s and 5s? No problem. Every piece of change you get is getting ready to be a $1 and a $5. You getting ready to reach that this month. You thought you was getting ready to save up $1,000 by a month or two? No, baby. Every single piece of dollar you get is getting ready to be a $1 and a $5. And my rule is, once it goes into the envelope, it does not come back out, because I don't have to take away from what I'm saving inside of this envelope, because I know that there's more to come. Like, it's literally a mindset change and an energy shift that says, I know that whatever I want, I can manifest. Money flows to me constantly and all of the time. Therefore, there's no reason for me to dip back into my abundance to be able to take out of that to go do something else. No, I'll leave that abundance there because more is getting ready to flow in. So I don't have to dip into my savings. You see what I'm saying? And so I just keep my money there. And inside this envelope, I even have international money because, baby, who don't want to travel around the world and be able to do international? This is safer. This is what they use in Senegal. Okay? For those of you who don't know, I go to Senegal on a regular basis, and sometimes multiple times a year. And I do business there. And the first time I ever went to Senegal, I didn't bring no money. I was devastated because I like to put money on my abundance. I don't have really an altar in my house, but I do have abundance, like a abundance corner. So I guess some people will consider that an altar, but only thing I do there is money manifestation stuff. All I do there is stuff that's getting ready to help me birth whatever I want. But anyway, so I take that money and I put it inside my envelope and I tuck it away because I know that I'm also manifesting international currency. I'm not just manifesting what's here in the US. I'm manifesting that. Oh, and it's a $5,000 bill if you didn't realize. It's $5,000 in their money. So it's still the number of five. It's still the frequency of five. Whew. All right. The last card that we got, and then I'm going to do one more giveaway. The last card that we got was beauty. And in everything that we're working towards and we're advancing towards and we're working on ourselves and things are shifting, like remembering to see the beauty in all of it. Remembering to see the beauty in those times that we consider to be bad or rough or hard or sad or whatever negative connotations. There's always this beauty inside of it. And remembering to be able to focus on those things that are positive and that's getting ready to move us forward. I want you guys to think. So the assignment tonight for this new moon is to take those 5 things that you have realized were things that are blocking you from moving forward and growing. Take those 5 things. Write those 5 things. Write those 5 things down. And underneath each of those 5 things, you're going to write an affirmation that contradicts what your negative belief is. So if my belief is fear of the unknown, my affirmation would look like, I am constantly manifesting all that is supposed to be in my life. Therefore, I fear nothing because fear itself does not exist. The energy of fear is not, this is going to sound so crazy. I literally have an affirmation on my bathroom that says, I fear nothing because fear does not exist. For me, and every woman that walks into my bathroom, I want them to remember that they have to fear nothing because fear does not exist. Why does fear not exist? Fear doesn't exist because fear is literally that emotion of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what if such and such went wrong? And if I'm not focusing on what if such and such went wrong, then there is no space for fear. The only space there is for is switching everything to an affirmative to reassure myself that what I'm trying to manifest is getting ready to happen. So fear in itself does not exist. The only thing that exists for me is what I manifest. Therefore, since I know that, I manifest what I want in my life, and fear is not that. And I know that's a whole lot to try to break down, but that's my reality. So for every negative thing that you're feeling or thing that you're feeling is, just repeated myself. For every negative thing that you're associating with what's happening in your life right now or what you want to get rid of or what you want to shift, I want you to come up with an affirmation. Make sure you start your affirmation with I am, and then affirm what you're doing opposite of what that emotion was. Wake up every single morning and say this affirmation for all 5 of those things 3 times. And then after you wake up and you say it for 3 times, do your meditation, do your prayers, do your whatever visualization, whatever you want to do, and then go upon your day. And watch how your mindset starts to shift. I'm going to send out the email to every lady who said me in the previous live. I will make sure that I send out the email to you guys and give you guys the affirmations that I use for abundance and all of those good things. There's 2 more things that I'm going to do. Last giveaway before I do these last 2 things that I want to do. Last giveaway. The person who can tell me what is the color of the root chakra. I'm going to do 2 giveaways because I'm feeling really liberal. I'm going to do a giveaway for peaceful perioding. 2 peaceful perioding yoni steams. It's going to be two different questions. The first question is, what is the color of the root chakra? Type it in. The first person who types it in, you will get a peaceful perioding yoni steam. Okay. So Shayla got it. And Shayla, I need you to send me your address, doll. Email me your address so I can mail it out to you tomorrow. Well, Tuesday because it's a holiday. And then my last giveaway is going to be another peaceful perioding. I did one yeast and BV already. I just feel like, man, yeast and BV is one of the yoni steams that sells the most. Like, sisters are really plagued with it, unfortunately. So I'm. Do you guys want me to give away another yeast and BV or another peaceful perioding? If you type it down in the comment box, I will give away the one that I get the most votes for. I'm going to wait to get that response before I say what my last question is. And y'all know I have a lag between like what y'all type in and on my side. It comes in late. Peaceful perioding. Okay. All right. So the last question is, how many inches underneath your belly button is your womb located? For those of you who watched me do womb massage, you should know this answer. How many inches underneath your belly button is your womb located? I'm making this one hard, damn it. Oh, Mao. Almost, Mao. You got the C shape right, but the inches is not. No, not 4. All right, so I'm going to have to ask a different question because nobody got it. Oh, okay. Tag, Shayla. Oh, do I want to give another? So Shayla got it right. The answer is 2. When you make a C with your fingers, and let's just say that this is your belly button, you take your thumb, put it into your belly button, and you turn your hands down, and it makes a C. And about here, right here, is your uterus. So that's how I teach womb massage. You put it in this, you make your fingers in the C, you turn your hand upside down, bam, your pointer finger is going to land at where your uterus is. I got a big lower belly. Shut up. No, you do not. I'm not trying to hear that. You were so crazy. She said 3 inches. All right. So this is what I'll do. I will give Shayla it because she came up with 2. But I'm still going to give away a sample of peaceful perioding too. So I'm going to send Shayla a peaceful perioding. Wait, you already won one, right? Didn't you just won one? Because you just got Riz. I don't want to give you 2 of the same thing. What other yoni steam might you want to try, Shayla? I don't want to give you 2 of the same thing. I mean, do you want 2 of the same thing? If so, then I'll send it. But if not, I'll do something. I'll give you a different one that you might want to try. All right. So I'll do one more, and this will be a sample size. Okay. I gotta think. Okay. No problem, doll. I'll send it. I'll send you a different one, maybe original blend. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna think what my last one is gonna be. For some reason, I'm feeling like I just need to send, rose quartz energy. So I'm just gonna hold this here, and I do sometimes what's called crystal meditation, where I just focus in on the crystal. And sometimes by focusing in on a crystal, we can begin to see like little small symbols or signs or whatever we might need in a crystal. So I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to shut my mouth and stop talking, and just for a few seconds. This is a rose quartz crystal. Rose quartz crystal is good for infusing self-love to ourselves, sending love to others as well. It gives the energy of abundant love. It's the biggest thing it's used for. It can also attract relationships and love from others, but when we start talking about self-healing and sacred sexuality and stuff, we focus in on ourselves. So I'm going to shut my mouth. Now, while you are looking at this crystal, we're going to take some deep breaths in and ground ourselves. So sit with your back straight in your chair and breathe in deeply through our nose and out through our mouth slowly. Okay? We're going to do it 3 times. And then just take in the energy of the crystal. All right, so let's begin. Breathe in through our nose. Out through our mouths. Again. Out through our mouths. And one more time, breathe in through our nose. And out through our mouths. All right, so I don't know, I just like I feel like somebody really just needs love right now. It's like sending a real big tide. I'm sending a real big tide of a hug to somebody at this present moment. All right, so I'm gonna do who can tell me what I want to make this something that's not so. What crystal? Oh man, that might be difficult. Okay, I'm just gonna ask it. What crystal, so we can get over here? What crystal do I usually use in connection with rose quartz when I am doing womb work? It's red for small green. I don't know what 2 is. Maybe it was a playback. What crystal do I usually use in connection with rose quartz. It's red. If you can remember it, I'm sending you out a peaceful period example. This is probably going to stove everybody. Oh, yes. Bree, you got it, boo. Dang, Mal, you came in right afterwards. I'm sorry, darling. Um, I know. Every time you like either the second one or like you was about to. No, I'll send Mal a sample. I'll send her a complimentary sample because she kept on guessing like 5 seconds after every time. So I'll send it to her just because I appreciate all her support. um Peaceful reading. I'm gonna send it to you, Mal. All right, so I want to say to you guys, I am so eternally grateful for all of you being my sisters in this space. I love you guys immensely. If nobody has told you today, you are absolutely loved. Okay? You are absolutely loved. You are enough. There is nothing and no one outside of you who can serve you like you can. There is an immense amount of abundance sitting inside of you womb right now, whether you know it or not. Know that you have the power to manifest all that you want. There is nothing, no one, anything outside of you that can stop you from being your biggest, your best, and your greatest self. Don't get caught up on everything that everybody outside of you is saying. Focus on what you know is your divine purpose and your reason for being here in this earth right now. If you are a sister who is suffering with depression, with sadness, with feelings of lack, with feelings of not having enough abundance, whatever your things are, fear, guilt, shame, release them. Release them tonight. Take 3 deep breaths and speak it into existence. Fear is not my reality. I am only filled with abundant energy. Anxiety is not my reality. I am only filled with security. Breathe in deeply, exhale deeply, and let yourself know that you are safe. This is a safe space. Okay? This is a safe space. You are safe. You are okay. You are here and you are present. I feel like somebody I feel like somebody in my collective suffers really bad with anxiety. And I feel the need to give you 3 affirmations. The first affirmation that you should say whenever you are going through your anxiety spells is I am safe. First affirmation, I am safe. Second affirmation, I am present and I am secure. Okay? And the third affirmation is I am whole and I am enough. First one, I am safe. Second one, I am present and I am secure. Third one, I am whole and I am enough. Those are the 3 affirmations that you should say. Okay? Breathe in deeply, release, and say those 3 affirmations. It's going to shift the energy. Oh, another thing they just reminded me that I was supposed to do. If you are a person or someone next to you or with you suffers with anxiety a lot, something that I want you guys to do, I'm sorry, I'm just be dropping all kind of stuff, right? Take your hand. So, like, I'm facing the person and the person is having an anxiety attack. Okay. I take that person's hand and I place it on my heart. And I take my hand and I place it on the person's heart. So, this is your heart. Okay. I'm holding your heart right now. You're holding mine. And I'm breathing deeply and I'm looking you in your eyes. Now, when this happens, if you ever experience a person who's going through anxiety, doing this exercise with them is probably going to make them cry. And you have to be okay with crying yourself, specifically if you're an empath, because it's going to transfer. You're going to be helping this person transfer this energy outside of them and into the energy, not into you, okay? Because we're always putting this circle of protection around ourselves. But by holding their heart and by placing your hand over their heart, so them holding your heart, you placing your hand over their heart and you breathing deeply, even if they don't cry, what's going to automatically happen is they're going to begin to breathe on the rhythm that you're breathing. And by breathing on your rhythm, it's going to make their anxiety come down. You're going to be taking deep breaths in and releasing deep breaths out. And do it as long as it's needed until they're able to bring themselves down. Okay? Because it's going to shift the energy of part of an anxiety attack is hyperventilation. There's a sense of like panic, and breath grounds us. So when you ground yourself, and as a grounded person, you're able to give grounded energy and stable energy to a person who is having anxiety, you're going to bring them back and settle them. I'm telling y'all, try it. I don't know why I'm being told to share it, but I'm being told to share it. So I'm telling you this. If you suffer with anxiety or someone around you does. But anyway, back to what I was telling you guys, how fabulous y'all are. You are a fabulous and magnificent woman. Okay? I want you to know that you are loved. You are appreciated. I am so grateful that you are here and you are a part of my community. There's nothing that I can do without my community being a part of it. There's no purpose that I have other than you guys. So if there's ever a time that you need me and there's ever a time that you just need someone to talk to, don't be afraid to reach out, because I am here and I'm so trying to be the sister that you may have never had in your life. And even if you do got a bunch of sisters, I'm here to be that sister for you. I love you guys. I'm so appreciative for you coming here to this space and being a part. I think that Smalt Green or Green Smalt, whichever one it is watching a playback version or a delayed version, unfortunately, of the video, because I can see that they're trying to answer the question where I was asking about the red crystal and they're on a playback version. So I'm sorry, Small Green. I am just realizing that you are here. Welcome to the space. I've never met you before because I don't recognize your name, but welcome to the sisterhood. And I'm grateful that you're here and that you're joining us. But to all of you ladies, I'm thanking you for tuning in. If you have not already and you own a business and you would like to be a part of the entrepreneurial group that we have going, make sure that you email me your contact information as far as your email, and I will make sure that me or my assistant will send everything to you that you guys need so that you can know everything that's happening. I'm putting my email down real quick in case somebody doesn't have it. Yes, I appreciate each of you. You are enough. You are so enough. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Don't let anyone tell you anything other than that. I love you, community. I'm going to chuck up the deuces. I will be on sometime tomorrow. I have no idea when it's going to be. I'm just going to do a random live. So if you don't already have your notification bell set and you want to try to tune in or catch me or whatever, make sure that you push it so that you can be, notified when I go live. And then, of course, we have Tuesday Rise and Grind every Tuesday from 11 to 1. So I hope that I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. We're going to be diving into Taoism some more. We talked about the like 5 stages your body goes through when you are building up towards an orgasm. So in this live, I'm going to cover the 10 indications that you about to explode. We about to get into some real nasty, freaky, juicy, wet, gushy stuff tomorrow. All right. I love you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. Peace, everyone. Kelsey, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. I know that we don't get a chance to connect often, but I'm grateful every time that you come. I love you guys. So yes, we're gonna get wet and juicy and gushy tomorrow, child. Yes. So watch the playback if you can't make it to the live. Peace, family. Peace, 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 and blessings. Have a divine night and a divine new moon. Stay reflecting on everything that you want to let go and release so that we can start manifesting the biggest abundance. And oh yeah, and look out for in your emails. I'm sorry, I'm steady talking. I said I was getting off. Look at your emails for the affirmations that I'm sending to everyone and the steps for this $1,000 challenge that we're all doing towards abundance. So don't forget to look into your emails. If you have not already, make sure you send me your email so I'll have it. All right, I'm getting off for real this time. Peace.